This conference will now be recorded.
So if you found any breakage in voice, let me know because I'm facing technical issue here. Please intimate me immediately. Okay. So yesterday we discussed on the topic on the different types of mobile application testing, which is specific to the mobile application. So where you can use the mobile application testing techniques with your regular manual testing to test an application. So we discussed about the installation testing, interruption testing, standby testing, UI user interface testing, so compatibility. Then we discussed about the cross-platform application, cross-platform testing, network testing and all. So that all the things we did it on the real device. But today let us discuss on a concept called emulator and simulator, where before releasing the application to the before installing in the application to the devices, developers will be using this emulator or simulator to verify the application whether it is properly developed and working or not. So let us see the definitions of the emulator and simulator. Then we'll see the what is emulator, what is simulator, then how to configure the simulator, how to configure the simulator. So both will be looking into that one. So emulator. So emulator and simulators helps you to run the operating system on the desktop. So emulator and simulator, these are both same functionality. Emulator and simulator helps you to run the mobile operating system on your desktop. So this you need to configure in your desktop. So it gives you the same experience how you will be using the application in your device. Okay, how you will be using the application in your regular device. So you can install the application in the emulator or simulator, you can test the application under emulator and simulator, you can do all these things. Just a second. Sorry. Sir, one ನಿಮಿಷ. So these are the things you can do it in the emulator and simulator. So you can install the application, you can change the networks, you can use it as a regular network only like a device. Then you can change the battery levels, like you can change it to 10%, 20%, 30%, 100%, like that. You can put it for the roaming without sim card and everything. So if you want sim card, you cannot put the sim card, but you can simulate the sim card. Okay, you can simulate the sim card mobile network, you can simulate it. Okay, this all the things you can do it in the emulator and simulator. So in most of the companies, if you go for any interview, they will ask you, have you worked on emulator and simulator? Aram se after this concept you can tell that yes, I have worked on emulator and simulator. So let us see what is this emulator. Let us see what is this emulator. So emulator is an application that emulates real mobile device software, that emulates real mobile device software, hardware and OS OS, which allows which allows the testers and developers to debug and test. Okay, so note on this definition, very very important. So emulator is an application emulator is an application that emulates real mobile device software, hardware and OS, which allows the testers and developers to debug and test it. Note on the definition. ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಾಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಯಾರು ಇಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ.
Hello, sir. ಅಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ತಗೋತೀರಾ ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಸೇರ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ
Sir, cannot hear.
No, I'm not speaking. I'm just providing you the notes. Note down. I'm in another call. That's fine.
ಕೇರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಹೊಸ ಚೇರು ಟೂರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಹಿಂದೆ ಟೂರ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ವಾರ ಆಯ್ತಾಗಲೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅದು ಇದು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಶೋರೂಮ್ ಬೇರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್ ಆಗೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ತಿರ್ಗಾ ನಾನು ಮಂಡೇ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಟೂರ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಾಳೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅದು ಪ್ರೆಸ್ಟೀಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಧ್ರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀವೇ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಶೋರೂಮ್ ಫೀಸ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಂತ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಬುಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಾನೇ ಬಿಲ್ಸು
very sorry guys. Okay, so what this emulator will be doing is, so this completely emulates the mobile device, okay, where it also emulates the hardware of the particular emulator. So emulator emulates hardware also. So as it is emulating the hardware also, the performance of the emulator will be very slow. The performance of the emulator will be very slow on your desktop. So you should be having lot of patience when you are working on the emulator, and whatever you are do the function, so you need to wait for at least for 5 to 10 seconds to execute that one. So you should be having lot of patience before working on the emulator. But simulator, but the simulator is very faster, is faster, not very faster, it's faster than the emulator. Simulator is faster than the emulator as it doesn't emulates the hardware, as it doesn't emulates the hardware. So what is simulator? Simulator are the software. So we heard about the emulator, so well, let us discuss about the simulator. Simulator are the software that imitates the working of the software on your system that was made for the mobile, for the particular mobile device, made for particular mobile device. So this simulator doesn't includes hardwares like RAM or battery. You cannot change any battery or anything using simulator, but using emulator you can change the battery levels, you can change the RAM levels and everything, but simulator is fixed, so it will come like that. So most of the time we call as whatever the Android operating system it comes, we call it as an emulator, and what are the iOS operating system comes, we call it as a simulator. Why means Android is an open source, but iOS is not the open source. So only few simulator can be done by using simulator can be run only using Xcode here. But for Android there will be separate emulators for Samsung, OnePlus, like that. Okay, so you can use it for different operating system. Today we will be showing you the how to configure the emulator how to configure the emulator in Android Studio, and how to configure the simulator in Xcode using Xcode. Not only a configuration, let us work on that one as well. So let us start with the emulator concept. So how to configure emulator. So to work on the emulator, you need to configure a virtual device called AVD, that is Android Virtual Device. That is Android Virtual Device. You need to configure this Android Virtual Device in Android Studio. So before that, you need to download it. So what are the procedure to download it? So you need to go to androidstudio.com, androiddevelopers.com, or Android Studio. Just type in Android Studio in the Google. Android Studio. Go to developer.android.com, developer.android.com. Go to developer.android.com. So then download the Android Studio from here. You can download the Android Studio from here, or you can go to download option and you can download the Android Studio from here also. Okay, which is of 871 MB. So I have already downloaded. So let me start the. It's very simple. After downloading, you need to install it. Just double click on the installation. So just double click and the installation will start. So have patience in this session, okay, because it takes time to start each and everything. For Android Studio it takes time to start, for emulator it takes time to start, so please have patience over here. So I'm having an Android Studio installed in my system, so I'm just opening that. The installation is very simple. Next. So no need of changes while doing the installation. So you can see the how much fast the Android Studio is. Okay, so it takes time to load. Okay, so once the Android Studio is open, okay, once the Android Studio is opened here, okay, once the Android Studio is open, so here you can see, if you go for, so once the Android Studio is open, so you can go to tools. There is something called as AVD manager. Go to tools. There is something called as AVD manager, Android Virtual Device Manager. So you can go here as well. There is another option, shortcut. You can see here, see the icon here, see the AVD icon. It's one mobile with the Android head. Here also mobile with the Android head. Any one you can open it, but don't be double clicking, or just click on one click, wait for it, let it open. Okay, so you will be having one predefined Android Studio already. Okay, predefined AVD Android virtual device already. Just what you should do is you need to run, or else you can create a new virtual device. You can create a new virtual device. So when you are creating a new virtual device, it will ask for whether you need to create a virtual TV, virtual phone, virtual warehouse, or tablet. So select phone, select the mobile which is related to the Google. See, only Google devices you can do it in the emulator here. Okay, and whatever the symbol you are finding here means the Play Stores are available for that one. Play Stores are available for that one. If you are not able to see that symbol, that Play Store is not available for that one. So just click on any of the thing, then you can click on next. So which operating system you require, whether you require Android Q, which is coming, Android Q means which is nothing but the Android 10, or next version Android 11. Okay, which one you want it, you can select it, then download it. Okay, there is no, see, it has not been downloaded, you have to download it. So once you download, so again it takes time and everything, so I will not be downloading anything here because I'm already configured it. Okay, so as I have already configured, once you configured everything, so you can just come to the actions menu and click on this button, launch the AVD in the emulator. Launch the AVD in the emulator. So any doubts up to this?
Not clear.
Okay, now so I'm just tapping on the play button here under the action. So wait for some time. See here, the emulator is running in the down, so it takes time. Starting AVD, it takes time. So now you have got one emulator also. You will see, you will get another window in some time. Don't be starting every time, so wait for some time until it starts.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, how much RAM is required for that?
Okay,
I
always
down. Yes, sir.
always you, one second, sorry, let me mute it here. Yeah. So always it takes around 2 to 3 GB you need to keep it. Okay, or more than that one.
Sir, I tried my RAM is 6 GB, but even though I tried to do that, my system got hanged too much.
So you try to configure that one, but your system got.
Yeah, hanged, sir. It was not moving. It totally hanged. I was not able to do anything. So I installed this.
What is your system RAM there?
Sir, 6 GB RAM.
But you are completely giving the 6 GB to emulator only, means how it is possible?
Okay, I need to give means 3 or 4 GB something.
Yeah, 2 or 3 GB you give it. See, I'm running in 3.1 GB.
Okay.
Okay.
And sir, Realme phone is compatible with APM server or not?
That I need to check it out. I don't have that device. I need to check it out.
Okay, sir.
So I have patience. I think my emulator is getting crashed. So you can see the emulator has been came here. Oh shit. So so give me 1 second because it's getting crashed. Let me create new virtual only. Guys, am I
Guys,
able
am
to
I
hear
able to
you?
hear you?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have used another system to show you the emulator. So yes, the emulator has started here. So due to some issues, I could not launch it in Windows. I have launched it in Mac. Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry.
That was.
Yeah, 1 second, 1 second. Mm, 1 second. Yeah. Now, are you able to see my screen?
Sir.
Okay, good.
Good.
Okay, fine. So,
This is the emulator what you're watching it here now.
Okay.
Now,
So using this
so using the
emulator, so
emulator,
you can
so you
test
can
the application.
test the
But
application.
how
But
to install
how to
it, the
install
APK and
it,
everything,
the
I'll be
APK and
teaching you
everything, I'll be
in the
teaching
next
you
session,
in
that is on the
the
ADB
next session, that
session.
is on the ADB
But
session.
right now, I'll
But
be showing you
right now, I'll be
how
showing
this
you
emulator works.
how
What
this
all the things you
emulator
can do
works.
in
What
the
all the things you can do it in the
emulator. What all the things you can do it in
emulator.
the
What all the things you can do it in the emulator.
Scroll out
For the next session. One second. Yeah.
So using this emulator,
So using this emulator,
what you can do is
what you can do is
you can see
you can see you
see you can
see you can
change
change
everything,
the thing how you are using the
application, right?
application. The same way you can use the application here also.
So you need to
So you
swipe
have to swipe up in the mouse,
swipe up in the
swipe mouse
to
to
view
view
the
the
app drawer,
app drawer.
See,
See, after some time
opening it takes
time.
time. Okay,
Okay,
so
so
you
you
should be
should
having that much
have
of
bunch of
patience.
patience.
So you
So
can
you
open any
can
of the
open
application.
you can use any application.
So you can
So
use
you can use any of the application.
So this all
So
the
this
things you
all
can
the
do.
things.
So
So
let
let the
application
let it be open.
So now apart from
Apart
this, what
from
you can do is
do
you can
is
use
you
it
can
as a
use it as
mobile. You
you
can
can
change the
change the
location.
location. See here,
You can
you
change
can
the
change the
location. If you
location.
want the
If you want
location,
location, okay,
change the
you can
location
change
somewhere. You
location
can point
somewhere. You
it out
can point
somewhere
it
here.
out somewhere here.
Save point.
Save
You can
point.
set the location.
You can set the location.
You can set this location.
You can set this location. You
By
can
using
use the
emulator.
different
You can
location by
change the
using
location of
emulator. You
your,
can change the
and you
location
can
of your,
start testing the
and
any
you
of
can
the
start
product.
testing the any of the product. So
So this is the another view.
so this is
The
another view.
displays.
So the
You can
displays.
add
So you can add
any other
displays means you
if
can
you
add
want
any
add
other
display
displays
of
if you want
maximum
add
and everything.
display
So
of
not
maximum
required.
and everything. So
Coming to
not
cellular,
required.
this is very
Coming to
important.
cellular, this is very very important.
When you
This
are
is very very important when you are
so here
explaining. So here
you can change it to see a
you
different
can
types
change
of
it to see a
networks.
different types of
So
networks.
edge means
So
2G,
edge means
GPRS
2G,
means only
GPRS means
lesser
only
than
lesser than
2G, UMTC means
2G,
3G,
UMTC
then
means
3G
3G,
plus,
then 3G
LTE, and
plus,
full means
LTE,
Wi-Fi.
and full means
So right now
Wi-Fi.
I'm using the
So
emulator
right
in
now I'm
the
using the emulator
Wi-Fi.
in the
So you can see
Wi-Fi.
here.
So you can see here.
So let me change the theme.
So let me change the theme so that you'll get to know.
See, you can see.
See, you can see if you
it's
clearly
on the white screen,
observe,
that's
it's
fine.
on the white screen. That's fine.
See, the Wi-Fi is there.
See, the Wi-Fi is there, and the
is low here.
mobile network is low here. The mobile network is
So
low
I will
here.
just change it out.
So I will just change it out. I'll go to cellular. I'll go to cellular. I'll change it to edge.
See that mobile network I am talking.
See that mobile network I am talking is the signal strength is moderate.
I just applied as
okay. I just applied as edge. It takes time to apply it.
It takes time to apply it.
It takes time to apply it.
So I'll change it to good network.
So I'll change it to good network.
See here, the Wi-Fi disconnected.
See here, the Wi-Fi disconnected.
And now the 2G is coming.
And now the 2G is coming there.
So edge is coming. See here.
So edge is
have you
coming.
observed
See here.
the
Have you
changes here in the
observed the
network?
changes here in the network?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like this you can
So
change
like
the
this, you can change the networks to LTE with a
with
good
moderate,
condition,
great.
with
Great
moderate,
means is
great.
very good
Great means is
signal.
very good
So like this you can
signal.
use the
So like this, you can
emulator.
use the
Coming to battery
emulator.
level, see here,
Coming to
if I
battery
use the
levels
battery
here,
level
if I
less
use the
than
battery level
this
less
one, it
than
will switch off.
this one, it will
It will
switch off.
Okay.
It will switch
So
off.
I can use the
Okay.
charge level
So I
to
can
this
use the
one.
charge level to
Battery
this one,
like
and the battery like
overheated, something like that. I can change it
overheated,
out.
something like that. I
Nothing
can
will
change it
happen to
out.
your system or
Nothing will
nothing.
happen to your
So if
system or
I want
nothing.
to
So if I
test the
want to
application by putting the
test the
application to
application by
charging,
putting
I
the
can put it
application
as
to
battery
charging,
status
I
as
can put it
charging.
as a battery status as
You can see
charging.
the battery will start
You can
charging.
see the battery will start charging here.
So it takes time to
get that things done.
So using the
application like this, so using the different types of charging, discharging, and everything, you can change the
use the application.
you can use the
or
application
not charging at all.
or not
So like
charging
that you
at
can
all.
change it.
So like that you can change it.
Then coming to camera.
Then coming to camera.
Then
So
coming to phone.
Then coming to
But you
phone.
will not get any call.
But you will not get any
So
call.
this is
Call device. So
this
this
one,
is
I'm just
just
calling the
this
device.
one. I'm just calling the device.
It's ringing.
It's ringing.
So I can do the interruption.
So I can do the interruption.
So I can send a message.
See, I'll send a message.
See, are you able to see?
Are you able to see? I got one message here. I got a message.
I got a message.
I got a message.
And I'm having the missed call also.
And I'm having the missed call also. I got the missed call also.
So I got the missed call also.
So I got the missed call also. So
like this I can
see virtual
sensors,
sensors. So touch this sensor something.
Accelerometer,
So accelerometer, gyroscope, magnometer.
This
all the things I can use it. So if I want additional sensors, I can update it here. So I can share the bug report also. So of this entire what is happening and everything with the screenshot. So I can record and playback. So record the emulator and playback the emulator. I can take a screenshot of it.
This all the
So
things you can do.
this all the things you can do it in the emulator.
This
all the things you can do it in the emulator. Now if I want to change the rotate to left, I can rotate it here.
It got rotated.
It got rotated.
So if I want to rotate it back,
So if I want to rotate it back, I can rotate it.
Open the camera,
So if I want to open the camera, I can open the camera.
Screenshot, sorry.
This is screenshot, sorry. So if I want to zoom it, I can zoom it.
Okay, then
volume increase and decrease, I can do it here.
So this all the things.
So this all the things you can do it in this here.
So all the things you can do it in the.
So all the things you can do it in the emulator. So it
regular
works like
mobile
a
device
regular
only.
mobile device only. Whatever the features are there in the mobile device, the same feature. Okay, the same feature here also will be getting. But the thing is. It is completely slow. It's completely slow. So you got to know that how much time it took to configure the emulator. So emulators takes an advantage of the hardware also, and we can execute also. But the thing is, it takes time. It takes time. This is the emulator. So coming to simulator, we'll go to the simulator. So I'm having Xcode open here.
So in the Xcode,
So in the Xcode,
this Xcode can be installed
this
only in your
Xcode can be
Mac
installed
machine.
only in
So if
your
you are
Mac
using the Mac
machine.
machine,
So if you are using the
then
Mac
only
machine,
you can go
then
to
only
this
you can
Xcode.
go to this
So in the Xcode, you
Xcode.
need to go to
So in the
Windows
Xcode, you need to
section.
go to Windows section.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir, is there any possibility to use the Xcode by using VM?
Yeah, you can
In our
use it.
Windows machine?
Yeah,
you can use it, but your physical,
you can use it, but your
regular,
physical,
whatever the
regular,
this is
whatever
there, right?
the
What
this
your
is there, right?
regular,
What your regular.
I mean to say your system
I
RAM
mean
should
to
be
say your
more,
system RAM should be
because
more,
virtual TV also,
because virtual TV also, virtual
machine also will takes lot of
machine
time,
also will
lot
takes
of
lot of
memory.
time, a lot
That's
of
why.
memory.
So you should be
That's
having
why.
good
So you should
RAM
be having
capacity
good
of your
RAM
system.
capacity of your system.
I think 8 GB is not enough, sir.
Yeah, to run the both the thing,
Yeah,
it takes
to
time.
run the both the thing, it takes time.
It's enough, but it takes time.
It's enough, but it
Okay.
takes time.
I already installed the Mac in my laptop.
Try it out then. Okay, so
Try it
install
out.
the Xcode also.
Okay, so
install the Xcode also.
Install the
Then
Xcode
you need to
also.
come to the Windows
Then
section.
you need to come to
There
the
you will be
Windows
getting
section.
device
There you will
and
be getting
simulators.
device
There you will
and
be getting
simulators.
device
There you will
and
be getting
simulators.
device and
You need to click on the
simulators.
device and
You need to
simulators.
click on the device and
simulators.
simulators. Click on the device and simulators.
Then you need to click on the simulators.
Then you need to click on the
tab.
simulators
Then you need to click on the
tab.
simulator.
Then you have to click on
tab.
the simulator.
So once you click
tab.
on simulator,
So once you click on
see, you will get
simulator,
all the
see you will get
simulators
all
here.
the simulators here.
You will get all the
You will get all the
here.
simulator here.
Okay. So what you have
Okay,
to do
sir.
is,
I will try.
What you have to do
yeah,
is,
what you should do is,
yeah,
you need to
what you
just
should do
add
is,
this.
you need to just add this one.
Still it is showing watches.
Still it is showing watches only.
As the device is not connected.
As the device is not connected, nothing is built there. Otherwise, you will be
Why
getting
it is showing paired watch?
why it is showing paired watch.
So it's not coming here.
So it's not coming here, but you will get a plus mark like this. Here you will get a plus mark. So when you click on that one,
start
you can start using it. One second, let me see.
working.
It's not working.
Okay, but when you start the simulator,
when you start the simulator, it's
easily it
easy.
will run.
Easily
But
it
the
will
thing is you
run.
cannot
But
change the
the thing
networks
is,
and
you cannot
everything in
change the
the
networks and
simulator.
everything in the
So completely
simulator.
it looks like
So
this.
completely it
So
looks
one
like
second, I'll
this.
show you.
So 1 second, I'll show you.
I'll just show an image of
I'll
it
just
will
show an
be.
image of it will be.
Are you able to see my screen? Sorry, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Ready to.
Okay, so once you launch the emulator, see whatever I show in the Xcode, right, you will be getting like this. So once you start it, the simulator looks like this. See, you cannot see any controls in the simulators here. Okay, so you cannot see any control in the simulator here. So the simulator will be like this in the Mac operating system. Okay, so using the simulator using the emulator and simulator you can work on the Appium and you can easily configure it. Okay, but iOS usually works under Mac only. Try in by using virtual machine, you can try it by putting the Mac OS and try it, but remember it takes lot of RAM capacity to install it. So this is about the emulator and simulator. So what you should do is tomorrow, before coming to the session, please install this Android Studio in your Windows systems and be ready, so that we'll be going through the beautiful topic called ADB. ADB commands I will be teaching you ADB commands. So today also I'll be continuing with the ADB now. I will start with the ADB, but I'll start with how to configure the ADB. How to configure the ADB. So ADB stands for Android Debug Bridge. ADB stands for Android Debug Bridge. Okay, so ADB stands for Android Debug Bridge. Our next topic, ADB. So our next topic, ADB, Android Debug Bridge. So I'll be showing you a very simple configuration. There is two ways you can configure this ADB. One is through Android Studio, you can work on ADB. Second thing, by using a third-party software, called Minimal ADB and Fastboot, you can configure the ADB. Okay, using this Minimal ADB and Fastboot, you can configure the ADB. So this is the long process. Android Studio is a long process. Just I will brief it out. Okay, just concentrate. Okay, I'll just brief it out how to do it. It is a very long process to configure it. So I'll open the Android Studio here. I'm having the Android Studio. So configuring ADB through Android. So you need to go to tools. There is something called as SDK manager, software development kit manager. So under Android Studio there is an SDK, software development kit manager. You need to click on that. So these are the different operating system of the Android. These are the Android operating system. So there is no Q, it's just Android 10. So here, see, you will get to know what all the operating system I have installed it. Android 9 installed. Okay, so you wish, it is your wish, whichever Android system you use it, but don't try to install everything. So it takes lot of disk memory if you install, and it will become lot of slow when you are using it. So take the latest version, then you install it. So here you need to go to SDK tools. Here you need to go to SDK tools. Under SDK tools, just configure the following things. That is Android emulator, Android SDK platform. This is very important. Android SDK platform is very important. Android tools, SDK tools is also very important. Then Android USB driver, this is also very important for connecting with the device. Then the Android Google WebDriver, if you are working on the Appium, you require this Google WebDriver also. Then emulator, accelerator, Intel x86 emulator and accelerator, you can install it. So once you are been done, click on OK. It will get installed. Wait for some time, it will get installed. So I'm just talking. Okay, so you need to come to SDK manager under tools. Under SDK manager, select the latest version, come to SDK tools, configure this following things: Android emulator, Android SDK platform -tools, Android SDK tools, Google USB driver and Google WebDriver, and Intel x86 emulator accelerator. Now when you click on OK, the packages get installed. So I don't want it right now. So what all the packages here, you can see what all the packages will get installed. So under SDK build tool. Okay, so now I don't want it right now. So once it is done, you will be getting an option called terminal here. You will get an option called terminal. Okay, you will get an option called terminal. Okay, so before this you need to set the environment. Before this, before working on all these things, you need to set the environment. So what all the environment you have to set, I'll just show you 1 second. So these are the following environments you need to set it. Okay, once you configure that, you need to set the environment in the app data local Android SDK. So you see the users, app data local Android SDK. Then you need to, Java is must, you need to configure Java also. Then once it is done, you need to set the path of the platform tools, SDK tools, and the tools -bin. Okay, so this three things you need to set the path. These three things you need to set the path. Plus Android Home also you need to set the path. You need to set the path of Android Home. See, this is the Android Home. Android Home path. Android Home path you need to set it. Then you need to set the following path, that is platform tools, tools, and tools. This two is enough to set the path. Java, I repeat, you need to set the path of Java under path folder. You need to set the path of tools, SDK Android -SDK tools under path folder, and you need to configure Android SDK platform tools under path folder. You need to set the Android Home under the, you need to create a new path called Android Home. Then you need to set the Android entire folder here. You need to set the Android entire folder. You need to set the Android entire folder. So these things you need to configure. So once you configure, you can easily work on the terminal part. You can easily work on the terminal path on the ADB. So once you set the path, then only you can work. Okay, so under terminal path you can start working on the ADB. See, ADB version, if I type, I'll get the version of the ADB. This is one configuration. So this is one configuration how you need to configure it. Another configuration is you need to, this is the second configuration I'm talking about. So first configuration I'll just talk to you. So what all we discussed under Android Studio. Under Android Studio, you have to go to tools section. There SDK manager. This is the first step. Second step is in under SDK manager, you need to go to SDK tools. You need to go to SDK tools. Under SDK tools, you need to configure the following. What are the following things you need to configure? Tools, SDK manager, SDK tools. So you need to configure Android emulator, Android SDK platform tools, Android SDK tools, and this one. So let me write it down, that one. The SDK tools following need to be configured, that is Android emulator, then Android tools, Android platform or tools, then Android SDK tools, then Google USB driver, then Google WebDriver if you are working on the automation. Otherwise don't install it. Then Intel x86, you just install it, x86 emulator. So once it is configured, see, you can see the whatever you are configuring, it will be saved here in this location. app data, local, Android and SDK. It will be there. It will be there. Okay. So it will be in this folder. So what you should do, you need to set the variables. So what are the variables you will be setting? How to set the variables? Go to properties. Go to properties. Advanced system settings. Advanced system settings. There you will be going to environmental variable. There you will be going to environmental variable. So under environment variable, you will be creating a new variable called Android Home. You will be creating the new variable called Android Home. There you will put this one. See here, this path. So there you will be putting this path. Then you need to configure the Java path also. So under path, you need to configure these three things. Under path you need to configure these three things, that is tools, platform tools and the emulator. Tools, platform tools and the emulator. Okay, tools, platform tools and the emulator. So this one under path, variable, you have to configure this one. Under path variable you need to configure platform F1 tools, you need to configure. Now under home variable, under new variable, create a new variable by name Android Studio, Android underscore home, Under new variable you need to provide the variable of this one. So under new variable you need to provide the variable of this one. So once you are done with this, then only you can work on the ADB and everything in your Android Studio directly. So any doubts in this? It's a very huge steps. Any doubts?
Yeah.
Any doubts? Yes, Mega, do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
Okay, sure. Okay, fine, good. Okay, so these are the variables you need to set it. So once you set, then only you can work on the terminal here. See here, I'm getting the version also easily. 1.0.41, 29 is the version. So this is the Android version, Android debugging version I'm using. Okay, now this is the one way of configuring the ADB through Android Studio. So let me close this Android Studio. I don't require it. So another way, okay, so this is the first way. So what you should do is you have to install the Android Studio. Then once you install, you have to go to Tools, SDK Manager. Under SDK Manager, you have to go to SDK Tools. There you have to configure the following things. Okay, once you configure it, you have to open the system environment variable. So under environment variable, you need to configure this following things. Only once you configure all these things, this will come. Otherwise this will not come, because once you configure this Android tools and platforms, then only this tools and platform will be coming. Okay, so until then you cannot configure the environment variable. Is it clear?
Is that?
So another way you can configure is, you can configure the ADB is by using minimal ADB and fastboot. So how to install this minimal ADB and fastboot? So observe the steps carefully. You have to go to google.com, just type minimal ADB and fastboot for Windows. Minimal ADB and fastboot for Windows. There you can see this particular .com. There you need to go to this particular .com, that is androidmtk.com. So androidmtk.com you need to go to androidmtk.com. So once you go there, once you go there, you can install the latest ADB and fastboot. Here you are able to see, right, the ADB, minimal ADB and fastboot. When you click on that, one zip file will be downloaded. So when you click on that, you will get a Android data host page. Under data host page, Android data host page, if you just scroll down, you will get an option called Start Now. You have to click on that. So once you click on that, you will be getting one ADB file. With a zip file. See here, we will get a zip file. When you open that, you will be getting a folder ADB fastboot. Then you need to install this. If you are willing to use the ADB through this minimal ADB, don't install Android Studio. If you want to work on Android Studio only, don't install this. Do any one. Okay, but I am using both the things. Okay, so use either any one of the things. Okay, just a simple installation. Just click on run. Click on yes. Next. In this, create a desktop icon. Click on next. Click on install. See, it has been installed successfully. So you can directly launch the minimal ADB and fastboot from here. So no need of putting the environment, because this minimal ADB and fastboot you will be getting in the desktop only. So I just created in the desktop, right? One second. So you'll be getting a shortcut like this. Where it went? you'll be getting one shortcut, minimal ADB. One second, I'll show you. Yeah, see here you will getting the minimal ADB and fast boot. If you just launch it, it will launch minimal ADB and fast boot. So from here also you can work on the ADB commands, but to work on this minimal ADB and fast boot, you should install the driver as well. So you need to install the USB driver. You need to install the USB driver. So USB driver, you can either install the PDA.NET, PDA.NET Plus for USB driver. You can install PDA.NET. So PDA.NET Plus, see this is the PDA.NET Plus. You need to download and install it. Download, then select download Windows Client tab. Download Windows Client tab. So this is a USB driver which you can get installed. Okay, so once you install it, so PDA.NET Plus, I'm just installing. So it supports only Android 4.1 and above. So it supports S7, XP and Vista also. So PDA.NET for Android, just click on install, click OK. OK, see it is installing the USB driver. Click on install. So before you need to install, you need to connect the device, otherwise just skip on USB driver. So then the USB driver will be installed. See, the USB has been installed. So connect PDA.NET after installation. So you can select the USB mode and click on finish. So very easy installation of PDA.NET, so that the driver will be installed automatically to the devices. So once the driver has been installed, we can directly work on the Android version, Android debug bridge version. So here you can work on the ADB command. So verify whether ADB is working fine or not. You can just type ADB version. How you will type it for Java, right? Just type Java. It will show all the Java commands. The same way, if you just type ADB, it will show all the ADB commands. Means the configuration of the ADB is done. The configuration of the ADB is done. So these are the procedure you need to follow while configuring the ADB. So whatever you have configured right now, this all the whatever you have configured the ADB, right? The ADB configuration, whatever I did it today, we call this as a server and client configuration. So what we did today on the ADB thing is server and client configuration. So whatever I showed today, that is the server and client configuration. So in tomorrow's topic, we will be covering on what is this ADB, how the ADB works, how the client and server works, and there is one more thing which runs on the device, that is called daemon, how it works. So this entire thing and few ADB commands, very important commands of ADB, we'll be looking into that in the next session. So Any doubts on today's session? Let me know. Thank you.
This conference is no longer being recorded.
Yeah.